I'm sad that I never got to meet you in person. Not under good circumstances, at least. As much as I would like to stop this, my mind and body are no longer my own. They belong to him now. I cannot help but revel in the immense strength I have been given.
The following educational tape is classified and restricted for viewing only by authorized personnel. If you're watching this video, then you must be an engineer aboard one of the United States' finest Type 63 submarine nuclear power stations. The purpose of this and other installations like it is to provide the American Navy fleet with the energy and munitions during potential long voyages to engage in battles in enemy waters. The existence of this installation is considered to be highly classified and should never be disclosed to anyone not designated by your commanding officer or the President of the United States. Punishment for breaking this oath of secrecy is, well, I'm sure you know. Your primary duty here is to ensure nothing goes awry with the power station. The entire system has been perfected by the finest engineers to require zero operator input to maintain functionality. So kick back, unless you see something out of the ordinary, such as a Class E event, as detailed in Section 6, Paragraph 2 of your handbook. You have been budgeted a limited amount of electricity to power your workstation, and whatever approved equipment you have brought with you, such as televisions and portable music players. The allotted power is recharged by the reactor as normal, but runs off a second circuit. The batteries that recharge your personal power supply will recharge automatically when the breaker switch next to the fuse box is thrown. So remember to do that before bed, or else you'll wake up without lights. Addendum. While previously you were not required to engage in a pursuitably catastrophic failure or anomaly occurred, a recent Class E event in which had caused severe damage to the cables supplying the reactor's coolant pump with power. Due to a shortage, we have had to patch the coolant pump into your personal power supply, which may increase the load onto that circuit. We ask you please be mindful of this unfortunate change and do not shirk this responsibility. If the reactor goes into meltdown, you or your family will be held accountable and charged with sabotaging the war effort. End addendum. Thank you, Cadet, and feel proud that you are doing an imperative part in the ongoing war. America salutes you.
The following educational tape is classified and restricted for viewing only by authorized personnel.
This is a bulletin intended for engineers aboard Type 63 Nuclear Power Station. Recently, site has had issues with pinhole leaks in the ventilation shafts. This is believed to have been caused by a batch of shoddy rivets used to hold the paneling together. It is heavily advised to keep an eye on ventilation shafts due to the risk of causing another Class E event, so the location will be fitted with a camera in the vents. While we can assure you that a Class E event is unlikely, we still ask you check the ventilation from time to time and investigate any strange noises you hear. Thank you, Cadet, and feel proud that you are doing an imperative part in the ongoing war. America salutes you.
following educational tape is classified and restricted for viewing only by authorized personnel.
This is a bulletin intended for the engineers aboard Type 63 nuclear power stations. Recently, an engineer at site noted a Class E event in which an unidentified terrorist cell infiltrated the station via a submarine dock. It is believed their aim was to exploit a flaw in the reactor's safeguards and send it into an immediate meltdown. Luckily, to the quick thinking of the on-site engineer, he managed to create a device capable of creating a feedback loop to send a sharp pulse of electricity, quickly dispatching the terrorist cell. In addition to rewarding this ingenuity, we have taken action in installing a refined version of his invention in every station. You can activate it via the large button on your desk. If you see any strange behavior in the reactor room, we heavily encourage to dispatch the intruders. Electric shock. Please bear in mind that the usage of this device under normal circumstances is not recommended. As well, the risk to the reactor is low. The feedback loop will destroy the fuses, keeping your appliances safe. So ensure the button is only pushed when absolutely necessary. Again, you have been provided with spare fuses in the drawer on your desk. Thank you, Cadet, and feel proud you are doing an imperative part in the ongoing war. America salutes you.
following educational tape is classified and restricted for viewing only by authorized personnel.
This tape has been sent out to inform entities of Type 63 nuclear power stations that your duties have been fulfilled and your service is complete. Effective immediately. The wall has fallen in Berlin, and the war is effectively won. American Navy vessels will be dispatched to collect you once resources can be spared, and Type 63 stations will be decommissioned effective immediately. Thank you, Cadet. You have played your part and brought great honors to your country. America salutes you.
following
educational tape is classified and restricted for viewing only by authorized personnel.
Hello, hello? I always wondered why you answered the phone like that. You know, I wasn't sure this was how the story would end. Hell, I barely even believe any of it happened at all. I was broke, living in LA, and I accepted a job which paid just to make rent. Man, does that sound like the start of a B-grade horror flick? Doesn't make it much better that I was in a Nickelodeon-themed restaurant. Honestly, I'd have made more money if I took the ad and wrote the movie it was begging me to write, but nope. Instead, I called them up and aced the interview like an absolute sucker. Go me, I guess. I wasn't even there a day before I realized things were off. Apparently, the whole thing was caused by this one guy with ties to TBS. I think he and Eugene from Viacom have been feuding privately over some dirty investments, and you and I got caught in the middle. After the incident in the power plant, I woke up 3 months later in Iceland. Apparently, I made a break for it after you went psycho and got away. I still don't know how. I got picked up by a fisherman and his crew. I tried to tell my story, but, of course, no one believed me. How could they? I was stalked halfway across the ocean by SpongeBob characters. What else am I supposed to say? I still think I'm insane just writing this, but I don't even think I could make this up if I desperately wanted to. I had myself admitted as soon as I got back to the States. The night terrors just wouldn't stop, and I needed all the help I could get. I could see its face. Your face. Whenever I closed my eyes or walked into a dark room. How screwed up is that? Well, it's no matter now, I hope. The doc's given me the go-ahead to be discharged. Thankfully, they've got a job lined up for me. I'm a night guard. Jesus. Why did I even say yes to that? Well, it should be fine. I'm just watching a mall in some backwater town in Oregon. Myriad Square Gardens, I think it's called. Hopefully no more mascots, no more robots, and no more fear. Anyway, this is my last journal entry from the hospital, so wish me luck back out in the wide world. From the Journal of Eli Floyd, former night guard at the Krusty Krab-themed restaurant in Santa Monica, May 9th, 2007. Adios, Hammerhead.